So the Jets now head into the bye week, 8 spots away from the playoffs and only 4 spots away from the top pick in the draft. Today was the first evaluation of Bryce Petty as a starting quarterback, a topic that I discussed with 2 Jets reporters, NJ.com's Connor Hughes and WFAN's Chris LoPresti.
Well, I tell you what, that was about as rough of an opening as you're going to get. If you're a quarterback, you know, Bryce Petty's numbers didn't look good, but was there any redeeming values from what you saw out of Bryce Petty? Was there anything that would make you think that this guy has a future?
I guess in a way you saw the arm strength which he was heralded as coming out of college. He was a guy that you knew could make all the throws. The big thing was that how was he going to adjust to the mental aspect of the game. And you saw some things today that were good. You know, he didn't necessarily stare down his receivers all the time. He made that beautiful throw to Robbie Anderson deep down the field, but at the same time, I mean, this is an offense that just managed to score 6 points, you know, so it's tough.
Your assessment of that?
I would have liked to seen a little bit more out of like the intermediate passing games, a lot of safe check downs, screen passes, dump offs. You had the one long ball to Anderson, but they ran it well enough that I would have expected them to experiment with some more play action. So I don't know if it was more that they kind of put the clamps on him, or maybe Petty just wasn't confident enough in his reads down the field. He talked about it after the game, had some chances to get the ball to Brandon Marshall and didn't do so.
Were you surprised, though, that Todd Bowles did declare this an open competition? Because now we're heading into a bye week, and presumably Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be healthy on the backside of the bye week. It seems like, to give you the best chance to win, Ryan Fitzpatrick would be that guy.
But at this point in time now, maybe winning isn't necessarily the top priority for this organization, because you've got a team that's now 3-7, a team that is all but mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. So you need to start thinking about the future. Ryan Fitzpatrick is not going to be back with this team next year. Bryce Petty is, and at this point in time, you might want to slate him as the favorite to be this team's starting quarterback in 2017. So you don't want to go in there without any knowledge of can Bryce Petty play. So why not give him these final 6 games, final 7 weeks to see if this guy can be your quarterback next season?
That's what I would do, but it's a fine line for Todd Bowles right now because there is so much blood in the water and fans are so upset with the way the early part of the season went. And for him, you know, he hears the noise, and not that I think he's going anywhere in the offseason, but his responsibility to his locker room. We talk about, is he losing the locker room, or is he losing control? Well, if you punt on the season, what does that say to your veteran players? And then how do you inspire them to continue to come out week in and week out and put forth the big effort? So they have the luxury of time right now with the Fitz injury and the bye week to kind of sit back, let things die down, analyze, and then make a decision.
All right, wait, now, I know a lot of people are fans of Bryce Petty, but hold on, right behind us here, I got to show you something. There's at least one fan out here that believes Ryan Fitzpatrick should be MVP. There are still fans clearly that want Fitzpatrick in there.
They want to be on TV.
Or just wants to be on TV. You know that, you know, just for humor reasons alone, they would get Fitz on TV.
Or that's a fan who loves the NFL draft,
right,
and it says Fitz is the MVP because the Jets are so bad right now that they might end up with a top 5 pick.
They are. They're in contention for a top pick.
Yeah, that's the MVP status.
By that measure, then, wouldn't Petty give you a better chance to get a higher pick?
I would say any of these quarterbacks right now probably would. That's always the conundrum with the Jets. Look, the fans wanted to see Bryce Petty. I think it's unfair to make any sort of analysis after one game. Give him a chance to get his feet wet, look at the film, get some more practice under his belt, and see if he can make some improvements. If not, you've taken the time to find out, and then you have a clearer picture of knowing this isn't the guy going into next year, and you can go forward with trying to find the answer.
Well, this is going to be I guess it's going to be an interesting rest of the season now.
It always is.
It always is with the Jets. Connor Hughes, Chris LoPresti. Guys, thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
All right.